She hopping out in the tell her what she wanted, girl. She be like, you see me, lingo in my wordplay. All of you feelings come through with the hit. Hit your top like Harrisburg. Do them in the work way. They rap on them, they got shirt, baby. Once I cut you, I don't want you back, man. You my biggest hater, that's a fact. You know I can spend on grace. I'm gonna wipe your nose. Take with cases out me back. I get money. I'll do what's on. Things in the hood every day. I'll church on Sunday. My kid in it up. I've been hearing voices. You want me to store it. I'm just telling you what the shit is like that far. Every time you watch them, you gon' have to use to say that far. She wants to pop my heart. I'm trying to get it look to the bottom of the safe. I told her I'm a star. I ain't trying to be in love with her. One on the base. She get people hearing that right now that are tuning in already, so they can hear this right now. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Hello out there in TV land. Hello out there in TV land. Right there, about right there is good. Basket by Jones. Oh yeah. All right, so I could legit just walk down. I mean, I only need the mic, really. I mean, I could just walk down and say, Coach Hart, what did you think? You know, the keys were to the first half.
So what you want to do is you'll want, I would turn your phone sideways, like that. Then you want to use.
And hit that.
Hear that?
Yeah.
And then flip your camera here.
I think I did.
Oh, you might have. I might have flipped it back. I did flip it back. I'm sorry. Yeah, because see right here.
So, like, if I were interviewing you, I would just point it at you, like right there.
You see here?
And say, Coach Fleener,
Yeah.
what do you think about the first half?
I think we can do a lot better. Right here we are. See, if you flip it, it kind of makes you like flip the other way, just so you see what it looks like. See?
Oh yeah.
That's the full size.
Yeah, like that. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, what's happening here? What happened to my feed here?
No.
What do I do?
You can handle all that.
It's Mike. Jeremy, can you hear me? For those of you that are just tuning in to tonight's contest, I have a couple changes I need to announce to you. First of all, the JV contest, originally scheduled to be played here at 5:30, is now being played at the new middle school at 5:30. And the varsity contest that was scheduled to be played at 7 will be played here momentarily. Lord Botetourt just got here, so it looks like the telecast, although the telecast is live now, we're looking at about a 5:45 to 5:50 start. There's currently 35 minutes on the clock. So anyway, so I just wanted to go ahead and tell you that right now, and a couple other things. We will have. We're trying to do a couple things differently. So if you're out there listening and everything, I would, and if you've seen one of the earlier telecasts, it would be awesome if you could maybe make contact with me or Coach Vest and give us some feedback. We're adjusting to the volume, as it were, and tonight I'm going with like a handheld mic instead of the ear pods, because I think the quality of the sound, not much you can do about my voice, but I think the sound will be a little bit better, and this mic's really good and it picks up the other stuff as well. But anyway, glad that we're going to get this game in tonight. We did the rescheduling there late in the afternoon. We appreciate all the administrations of both schools working together as we found out we have to in these COVID times. But those schools agreed that this would be the easiest and best way to get the games in and not put anybody in harm's way and be out on the road later tonight. So very glad that you're with us. And like I said, tip should be in about 33 minutes if you're tuning in early. Again, the JV game scheduled to be played at 5:30 is being played right now at the new middle school, the new Pulaski County Middle School, and we'll have the varsity contest here early, and that's great because that'll get me home before my bedtime. So no problems with that. Just a couple things as a matter of record. Pulaski County took on Carroll County 2 nights ago, and we were able to take their measure. I believe the score was like 82-61 final score. Several players in double figures, and tonight they're going to need that type of effort because Lord Botetourt comes in with a record of 4-0, and having played James River, played us there in what was a really tight contest throughout. They pulled away right at the end to, I think, win by 9. And then since that time, they beat Perry McClure, who was one of the preseasons to win the state title in Division I, and have a Division I post player, 6'11" post player, and they were able to pull away and beat them by 12, I believe, and hit 14 threes in that contest. And then 2 nights ago, they played Franklin County, Division VI Franklin County, and I believe that final was like 82-60, something like that, and they hit 14 threes again. So Lord Botetourt Cavaliers certainly can shoot the basketball, and if you're tuning in early or tuning in on time, we're not going to start this contest till like 10 till because Botetourt just got here. And so I'm not going to continue talking. I'll probably repeat some of this, but I'm just kind of wanted to give everybody a heads up. And I'll be back with you shortly. I will say that tonight's basketball game is brought to you by Professional Door, Gary and Travis Williams in Dublin, Virginia. If you would like to sponsor one of these contests, please contact Scott Vest at pcva.us. You can email him or you can just call the school and talk to Scott. But we'd love to have some more sponsors. We got to pay the officials, got to pay the people that are keeping the book and all that type of thing. So the only way these things continue to go on is for people like Gary and Travis Williams. And Southwest Times sponsored one, and I believe the Church of God is sponsoring one coming up. So by all means, jump on in and help sponsor our youth. That's what it's all about here, and it's what we've always been about here in Pulaski County. No, it's Pulaski's got a YouTube channel.
All right, so this is it right here. So when you click on it and it says live,
Yeah,
it's live right there. You should be able to get it.
Yeah.
All right, so I just copied that.
Yeah, there's no paywall or anything. We're changing a little bit. Right up.
I got a problem. Keep talking, no, shut up. You're going in, I need to touch. Look at my guy. I think I love this.
Do better because I have to. Okay, if you're with us, there's 11 minutes to go before we tip this thing off. I apologize if you tuned in a little early thinking you were going to catch some Cougar basketball early. Botetourt was a little late getting here. Also, this is going to be a varsity contest. The JVs are currently playing at the new Pulaski Middle School in an effort to get both games played and get Botetourt back on the road and back to Botetourt County in safe shape there. So, you never know with the weather. If you don't like the weather in this area, just wait a day or two, right? It'll change. So in lieu of that, all parties involved got together this afternoon and decided this was the best course of action. And we really appreciate both these high school administrations and school boards for allowing these young high school athletes to play the game they love. It's just such an important part. Of course, I'm going to say that as an ex-coach, but it's just such an important part of their high school experience. And just saying athletics in general just does so much for the mental stability of our kids. Again, if this is the first broadcast you're watching, there'll be a couple things right off that you see that are a little different. We will have the national anthem, but there won't be a tip. The visiting team has the option of whether they want to take the possession first, and then from then on you just go with the error. So you'll see that Botetourt will obviously take the ball first, and Botetourt will be wearing the scarlet jerseys, and Pulaski will be wearing the whites, home whites. Botetourt is coached by Pulaski County High School graduate Andrew Hart, graduated here in 2005 and played on one of, I might be biased, but he did play on one of the better teams ever to come through the school. I believe we were 23-2 that year. Excellent team, and still hurts a little bit that we didn't go a little bit further, but I digress. Anyway, Andrews brings the Botetourt Cavaliers in here tonight with a record of 4-0. They've beaten James River, who's a county rival with them. They beat Pulaski County last week in a game down in Daleville, and a really good game, close game. I was lucky enough to watch it, and Pulaski County had the lead at halftime, and Botetourt finally took the lead in the third quarter and pulled away and won that game by 9. And then this week they beat Franklin County, Division VI Franklin County, and they made 14 threes. And then Saturday afternoon they played Perry McClure, who is Division I, Single A Division I, but they do have a 6'11" post player, Division I post player. So and are picked to be really good and well coached by Mike Carlero. So that game, was a game that was made at the last minute, and two Emory and Henry guys getting together and deciding they needed to play that game. But anyway, they also hit 14 threes in that game. So Botetourt, for the season, I believe, is something like 46 for 92. Something like that, something crazy like that from 3 over 4 games. So obviously you're a team that is filled with shooters. The top 2 players, Kyle Earnhardt, who's a 6'3" senior, is already signed with Appalachian State to play football, the wide receiver, and built more like a tight end, very athletic. But as you'll see tonight, against the Pulaski, the first game, I believe he had 24, but he is a inside and outside threat. Very ambidextrous, uses both hands inside very nicely, but is a 50% shooter from three-point range. Hadn't put up a lot of them, but I believe he's made 8 or 9 threes this year. So I think something like 9 for 18. So being an old math teacher, I can do that one. That's 50%. Also a 50% three-point shooter is Connor Tilley. Connor comes in as 6'3" junior, number 15. He averages 16 points and 5 rebounds, and is 50% three-point shooter. Earnhardt is 19-7 coming into the game with his average, 19.7 rebounds. The floor general for the Cavaliers, number 2, Logan Bramlett, is a 5'10" junior, and he is really does a nice job pressuring the basketball, and that's kind of Lord Botetourt's MO. If you didn't see the first game, he along with Owen Prince, number 12, will start at the guard positions, and both those two guys will really pick it up full court and get after it. And he'll sub 2 or 3 guards in for him, and all of them are about 5'9", 5'10", and they really apply the pressure. So that'll be one of the big keys tonight is how Pulaski County is going to handle that pressure. We are deeper, but tonight we're going to be without the services of 3-year starter A.J. McLeod, who is going to be out for the next couple games due to injury, and that will definitely hurt as he really battled Arnhart strongly down at Daleville the other night, and it was a really good matchup, and both of them scored both inside and out. So I think that's going to be telling right there. That does give AJ's really about the only player that gives Pulaski an inside scoring presence. They will have tonight. They will have the services of Alex Sealander. I see he's dressed out tonight, and he's been given the green light. I'm not sure how much he's practiced, so I'm not sure how much he's going to play, but that'll certainly help as Sealander looks to be about 6'4", clearly the tallest player on the floor for Pulaski County, and there's certainly a team in need of a post presence. The other starter tonight will be Tanner Selkirk, number 11, is a 6'2" senior for Botetourt. Started last year and also close to a double-figure score. So, again, your starting lineup will be number 2, Logan Bramlett will be the point guard. The 2 guard will be number 12, Owen Prince. The other wing will be number 15, Connor Tilley at 6'3", but he will play on the perimeter primarily, as will the 4-man Tanner Selkirk, 6'2" senior, and number 4, Kyle Arnholt, the 6'3" senior. Play both inside out. He is their post player, but as you'll see, he'll put up his share of threes. For the Cougars tonight, their starting lineup. J.J. Gully will again start at one of the guard positions. J.J.'s a 5'11" junior. Josh Bourne, also a 5'11" junior. Number 2 will be the point guard for the Cougars. At wing, number 3, Peyton McDaniel, a 6-foot junior. And Peyton, really one of the keys the other night against Carroll County is he was able to get on a run there and hit a few threes right in a row. Actually, I think he had 4 threes the other night. And that certainly opens up the driving lanes as Pulaski County, most of their actions on offense are set up to create double gaps, driving lanes, and to get a couple feet into paint and kick it for the next best shot. It's what you see most of the college teams going to now. Your Villanovas and Gonzagas and those teams. Dribble, drive, motion is the kind of the catchy phrase for it, but that's what you're going to see a lot out of both these teams tonight. They're gonna ideal possession for both these teams is going to be a catch, ball fake, penetrate, try to get into the lane, kick it to the next guy. He's going to catch, and if he's open, he's going to shoot it. If not, he's going to ball fake and drive and get into the lane. Same thing, jump stop and try to find the shooter, try to dish it inside or finish it to rim. Ideal shots in the game now in 2021, you want a 2-footer or a 22-footer. It's one or the other, nothing in between. There's not a lot of mid-range, which is kind of sad for an old school guy like me. Very few still do it from the mid-range. But it's a metrics-driven game, just like football or baseball, and the metrics say you need to shoot a bunch of threes. So certainly these two teams here are living proof. Both these teams are going to shoot a lot of threes, and hopefully we're going to see a lot of made threes. It's one thing to be a shooter, but much better to be a maker. And like I said earlier, Botetourt is a team. I think my stat was wrong. I think it's 42 for 96. And if my math's correct, that's about 44% as a team, 45%. I joked with Andrew as he came into the gym tonight that's better than he shot free throws back in '05, I think, but not really. Terrific shooter and a really good player here in at Emory Henry. But I know Coach Canoy, first thing he said to him, he said, hope you guys aren't, don't shoot quite as well on the road as you do in your gym. So that'll be something, that we're going to want to watch for here. Your officials for tonight's game, and we have a good crew here. Clifford Myers will be the senior official. Mark Questenberry, one of the all-time great shooters in the area. He played at Galax High School for his dad, Ron, and went on to East Tennessee. And then Mike Burton from Nares, all-state player from Nares, and went on to play at Radford University. And at that, I'm going to give it a pause here, and we're going to our PA announcer is announcing that for all players and spectators maintain social distancing and their mask. And so Gunnar Slotman is going through all the protocols here. And there's actually a few less than normal because normally we'd have both JV teams in here, but the JVs are playing at the new middle school right now. So, we legit just have the two teams and the people at the scores table and about 20 parents and 6 Cougar cheerleaders, and that's about all we have in here tonight. So at this moment, I anticipate that he's going to be finished, and I'm going to go ahead and let you tune in live to our national anthem.
At this time, I would ask everyone to please rise for a special announcement, followed by a prayer, and remain standing for our national anthem. The faculty and staff of Pulaski County Public Schools has been devastated by the loss of Sergeant Perry Hodge of the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. During his many years as a school resource officer, Sergeant Hodge proved to be a friendly face, valued mentor, and staunch advocate for thousands of students in Pulaski County. He was a dependable ally for all teachers, an incredible resource for administrators, and a genuine friend to all who knew him. We are thankful to have had the opportunity to work with him and wish to extend our thoughts and prayers to his family and many other friends as they begin the incredibly difficult task of defining what this loss means for them. May we each have as much of a positive impact through our work as Perry Hodge. Let us pray. Our Father in heaven, very sad, the time that a lot of us are hurting because of the loss of a loved one. Untimely loss that it's just hard to think about what happened. But Father, we just pray that you will bless his family, comfort, strengthen, and be with them at this time. And Father, we thank you for all of those officers who try to keep the peace and do all the things that they go out every day, sometimes not knowing if they're going to be able to come back alive or not. So we just pray that you give all our officers, those who put their lives on the line. Father, bless this family. Bless each one of us. We thank you that we had this opportunity to play this game. Pray, Father, that you'll keep us safe. Pray that no one get injured. And we just pray for those men that don't have the opportunity to come here to do what we're doing today. Father, again, we thank you so much for your love. We thank you for the promise. For it's in Christ's name we do pray. Amen.
Amen. That was Buddy Fairs with a nice gesture for Perry Hodge. And as I was saying earlier, that was Buddy Ferris with the prayer for Perry Hodge, and be remiss not remembering back to all the good memories I had here working here at Pulaski County High School and within the school system. The way Sergeant Hodge carried himself and cared for the kids here at Pulaski County. Tragic accident, and we want our thoughts and prayers indeed to echo Buddy's comments. But as we move into you'll see the starting lineup starting to come out. That's number 2, junior Logan Bramlett. He'll be their point guard. Arnhart, if you didn't hear earlier, signed with the Appalachian State to play wide receiver in football. But he is also the leading scorer and rebounder, 19 and 7. Owen Prince's father, Bobby Prince, was a 4-year starter at VMI, played on the excellent Botetourt teams back in the late 80s, I believe it was. But very scrappy, has a twin brother that plays on the team as well. As I said earlier, the Cavs are coached by Andrew Hart. And here are your Pulaski County Cougars. You'll notice that everything's a little bit different. No handshaking or anything like that for the starting lineups. Botetourt will have the ball side out. To start the game. That is the visiting team's choice. So your starting lineup is going to be all juniors and 1 sophomore. O'Neill, the sophomore, will be starting tonight, as well as number 1, J.J. Gully, number 2, Josh Bourne, number 3, Peyton McDaniel, number 10, Caleb Underwood, all juniors, and number 11, Kyle O'Neill. The Cougars are coming out in, as Bill Rafferty would say, man-to-man. And here we go. 6 o'clock tip, not bad. Again, I'd like to thank the administrators and everybody involved in making this happen for these kids. And it's just a fluid situation. I saw today where we did pick up Patrick Henry. Those schools are going to be able to play this week, and they're going to kind of see how it goes. So we're hopefully going to play them in February. And like I said, early 3 there, already what we talked about, Tanner Selkirk. And Cavaliers picking up full court man-to-man. Cougars did a nice job getting the ball out quick. Best way to beat the pressure is to get the ball out quick. Both these teams, as you'll see as we go through, will play multiple players, 9 to 10 players. Pulaski County is down 1 starter, actually a 3-year returning starter, A.J. McLeod, who's out with injury. He'll miss today's action, and he'll miss tomorrow's game at Radford. Pulaski County working the ball around the perimeter. And Botetourt also in a man-to-man. Good ball fakes there. Bourne took an extra little bunny hop. Good call by the official, Mark Quessenberry. As I said earlier, Quessenberry was one of the all-time great players in the New River Valley District, playing at Galax for his dad, graduated in '79, and went on to start 3 years at East Tennessee State. But I've worked camp with him a few times, and I'm telling you, one of the great shooters I've ever seen. Tilly with an early look and in and out. Good sign maybe for Pulaski that everything's not going to go in for the Cavs. McDaniel wanted to squeeze that first one. I think a good job there, and Gully getting into the lane. That's what you want to see. Stress the defense a little bit. Botetourt trying to push the tempo at every opportunity. And when you play 9-10 people, that's what you want to do. As you see, Bramlett picking up full court. That's, Bourne handles it very easily there. How's he going to handle it in the 3rd and 4th quarter? Not always going to get turnovers, but you are going to wear down people. There's a pretty good look right there. We got the ball reversed to the second side. McDaniel just got to get those legs under him a little bit more. There's that stroke I was talking about from Arnholt. When you're 50% from 3, it's got to be pretty pure, and that was pretty daggone pure. Early 6-0 lead for the Cavaliers. Pulaski County needs to get a bucket here. I like to take by O'Neill. But as you see, you're going to have to transition defense. Going to have to be a little bit better for Pulaski. You don't hear any talking right there coming back, and that's when you got to have a little better feel there, maybe. Early timeout being called here by Coach Kanoy, and I'm quite sure that's the reason why. I mean, we've had 4 or 5 possessions. We've gotten our feet in the paint a couple times and gotten Gully and O'Neill both got pretty good looks at it in the paint. And those are the type shots that we're going to need because pretty clear early on without AJ in there, there's not going to be a whole lot of rebounds, offensive rebounds to be had in there for the Cougars right now with the floor spread the way it is. So, I'm sure Coach Kanoy drawing some stuff up here. Maybe get the ball reversed a time or two, get the defense moving, and then let's get into the paint, put a little stress on the defense, try to get to the foul line and get some scoring going. After you go 4 or 5 possessions, it's kind of like the quarterback having an internal clock looking for the sack. The point guard's got to know if we haven't scored 2 or 3 straight possessions, then this next possession's got to be a really good one. If it's going to be a quick shot, it's got to be a layup. So that's it. Back to the action here. Botetourt, nice job executing there, coming out of the timeout. A little pin down for Tilley, trying to get him off the snide there. In and out again for him. And good thing for the Cougars. We've got some subs in here now for Botetourt. Number 5, Jackson Crawford's a sophomore that was guarding Bourne there. Also in for Botetourt's Dylan Salvey, who is an extremely good 3-point shooter and some quick feet. Good defensive back on their football team. So, like to see these 2- and 3-sport athletes. Pulaski County with a nice set there. Got good ball reversal. O'Neill just in and out. Now in for the Bobcats, for the Cavaliers, is Tyler Mead. He's also a sophomore, 5'10" sophomore. He's checking in for Selkirk. As I said, it's going to be a little bit like a hockey contest here for Botetourt. Andrew likes to run the players through. Nice try by Underwood. The block charge, always going to be a tough call for the officials. Sylvia will go at the line shooting 2 here. Questenberry trying to explain to Coach Kanoy there. Maybe just talking a little bit, but I'm sure he's asking, hey, why wasn't that a charge? Because Underwood's shoulders are pretty square. Good job by Pulaski getting the ball out quick. Very good take by Gully. And he'll go to the line shooting 2. Foul zone number 4, Arnhart. And that's what I'm saying. You got to stress the defense at the rim and try to get a couple of these guys. Now into the lineup, replacing Underwood, is number 24. That's Tyler Sutherland. Tyler gives Pulaski a little needed height inside there. Also coming in will be the freshman, Lane Nestor, if Gully makes this one. Sub coming in, and he's replacing Gully. Give Gully a quick blow. Pulaski County still in the man. Sutherland gives us a little more size on Arnhart, but I would look for him to take him outside. Not a bad look by Sutherland, but you got to make sure there. Now that's the difference in a team that scored a couple times and seen the thing go through the hoop right there. Meade for the three. That's the third three already by Botetourt. 3:30 remaining in the first quarter, 11-1. Bad guys. Good footwork there. Good correction by Nestor. The other night, a couple times he caught the ball perimeter and had a happy feet there. Nice job staying low with the hips and good footwork, not walking. Getting the first bucket to go down. You know what? That's good defense and then just better offense. Botetourt took the thing to the second and third side right there, touched the paint on the dribble 2 or 3 times. Good reversal, and then you get it to a 50% three-point shooter for a wide-open three. All right, back into the lineup for the Cavs. Arnholt's coming out, and Tilley's coming out. And Selkirk back in, and Bramlett back in, number 2. Selkirk trying to put the okey doke on him there. He was going to take the ball out when it was Pulaski County's. You know, it's not a particularly loud gym, so for one advantage the coaches have, they don't have to scream nearly as loud for the players to hear them. And also, like when you have a sub and stuff, it's nice to get the attention of the officials and get your subs in like that. It's almost like a camp game. Bourne on a terrific take. Not sure there wasn't a little contact there. And there we go. Pulaski County, a couple good back-to-back shots there. 14-5 Cavs. Couple times the other night too there. Gully does a really good job finding the open gap. That's a double gap situation there. Again, if you know, that's just a brought by a player cutting through, and it's just an opening. You know, you have basically if you want to call it this, five spots on the perimeter along the 3-point line, top of the key, 2 wings and 2 corners, and when one of those spots is vacated, you have a double gap. And so that's what you're looking for in this dribble drive motion, and to find that gap. Pulaski doing a very similar thing, and good for Lane Ness. The other night had a couple come in and out. Tonight he starts out 2 for 2. Nice job by the freshman. You got to know too. I mean, that's the ideal way to run this dribble drive. Obviously, Botetourt's already hit 4 threes, so Pulaski County's got to close the shooters out very hard. And as long as Botetourt stays on that pump fake, you've got to close out and be ready to move your feet. Though you got to contest the shot, but you got to play the drive. But that's easier said than done sometimes if somebody's already hit 2 or 3 threes. Salvage just outworking people there. Yeah, there you can see that aggressiveness there that you would expect to have from a solid defensive back on one of the premier football programs in the area. That's Gully's second personal, and that's not good news for Pulaski County with a minute 19. Checking in for Gully will be Jaden Krause will be checking in. Good-looking 6-foot junior. Showed some good things the other night against Carroll County. Jersey Johnson now at the point for Pulaski. He had a fine game, 14 points the other night against Carroll County. You got to these Botetourt defenders. Like I said, right now there's 4 Botetourt defenders 4 players out there that are 5'10" and under. I don't care if you are what your size is. Jersey looks to be about 5'10" himself. You got to drop those hips when you. And now Botetourt's going to a little trap and a little pressure to pick the tempo up even a little more. And it did so. So 43 seconds remaining in the first quarter, 20-8. Jaden, I think, that was the right look. Pulaski the guy needed to step to him and fill that high post area right there and shorten that pass. If you're passing out of a trap, you don't need to be passing 30 feet. You need to make it 15 feet and under. Salvi kind of got lucky there. Was looking to pass the ball to Selkirk, and the ball kind of popped back to him. Got to find that guy quick in transition, offensively or defensively. Good look, and Payne does a nice job knocking it down and turns around and finds a defensive. We got 7 seconds. Let's see if Pulaski can't. That's okay. Peyton made a really nice play on the defensive end, and that's where we gotta go find him real quick and get the ball and push it up. Everybody to be echoing. You know, there's no reason for everybody not to know how much time's on the clock right there. So with 10 seconds, everybody's running away from the ball. Somebody's got to go get the ball and get it and push it up and heads up. I mean, we had some people calling for the ball, but they weren't open, A, and B, like I said, they all ran away from him. Jaden not particularly in the habit of bringing the ball up the floor. I'm sure he's capable, but he's not a point guard by trade, and he found himself alone there. So anyway, 22-11. Pulaski definitely played better there the second part of the first quarter, and we'll have the ball to start possession here. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank tonight's game sponsor, Professional Doors in Dublin, Travis and Gary Williams. You see the sponsorship there on your screen right now. If you would like to be a part of that, take a part of that, please contact Scott Vest here at pcva.us, svest at pcva.us, and climb on board. We'd love to have some more sponsors. While I'm talking about it, the girls will be playing home tomorrow. The boys are traveling to Radford. JV tips at 2, I believe. Our girls tip at 12 here. So we'll be live here at 12 o'clock with the JV Radford and Pulaski County girls. And as we're coming back, they run Peyton McDaniel. Nice play there by Coach Kanoy to get his shooter open and get back defensively. Good transition defense, and sat down and created maybe a little bit of an unforced turnover. We'll take it. 22-14. Maybe one more dribble to get a little closer and create contact. I like Peyton's thinking there. Use the pump fake to get a little closer to the rim. That's not Tilly's bread and butter, but at 6'3", he can do a lot of things. If you see the young man, he's got just a really good feel. I've seen a couple of Botetourt's games this year. Yeah, he's got a good feel for it. He knows when to pass it, knows when to shoot it, and just kind of found himself all alone underneath there with the offensive rebound. Pulaski coming in with a couple subs, Josh Bourne and Payne McDaniel coming out, and Jersey Johnson back in at the point guard, as well as Kyle O'Neill. Caleb Underwood got caught a little bit in between there. You got to be dead behind or dead in front there. And in for the first time this year, Alex Sealander. Mentioned him a little bit in the pregame. You can see just looking, height-wise, he matches up with Ornhalt a little bit better, but he's going to have to get out on that. That's why, as I said, that kid shoots 50% from 3. He's not just a post player. And extends Botetourt's lead, pushes it back out to 13 here. Nice job by Caleb Underwood trying to create a little contact, but good finish here. I thought maybe we were going to see a dunk. That's the type of athlete. That's why he's going to play wide receiver at Appy State. But getting back to the other end, Underwood came to a nice 2-foot jump stop. They ran that same set a little bit earlier for Peyton, and it seemed to work well there for three-pointer to Caleb Underwood. And a little bit of Cavaliers' own medicine back at him there. 29-17. We've seen a rash of three-pointers already hit here tonight, and that's okay. We're on a Friday night. We want to see some good basketball. Two teams going at it right here. All right. Nice little play they ran right there. Actually saw the Spurs run that play last night. Over-under screen to start with in a 1-4 set, and then inside screen and pick and roll. A lot of good action there. Bourne back into the lineup. Sealander's just coming off several different injuries. Could really be a lift for the Cougars to give them some in-time scoring spark. There's Tilley hitting another three. Like I said, that he and Arnhart, 50% between the two of them, and they look every bit of it tonight. Those strokes are pure. Good job by Bourne coming to a 2-foot stop. Pulaski's got to sprint back and then find their man. Botetourt running it right down their throat. And kick out for another three there. Botetourt well schooled. They know what they want to do. Andrew always liked the three-pointer, and you can tell that their drills and everything are designed. These kids are looking for that extra pass and looking for that shooter that's good and square and catching it inside to out. It's the best three-point shot. Very few of these kids at this age can catch that thing like Kyle Guy coming flying off a screen and then square themselves in the air. Good ball reversal there, but Pulaski County created a clear side, and Josh Bourne all the way to the rim with it. Coach Conoy was wanting a timeout there. Didn't get it, but they worked out for him. Sealander gets possession there. I think he really just wanted to get a sub in, but like I said, worked out. He does get the timeout there. Sealander with his first deuce of the year brings the score to 35-21 with 3:55. That's Pulaski County's second timeout, but you can't take them with you. You got to stay in contact. Right here for Pulaski County, you got to stay within shouting distance. So, I mean, obviously, you always hear them say you wanted single digits, but not so much that. I think Pulaski has to come down and get the ball to the second and third side. As much as I love up-tempo basketball, I think you're going to feed right into Botetourt's hands because they got a couple more shooters in the arsenal there. And, Pulaski down AJ, and McLeod's game down at Botetourt last week was by far his best effort of the year, I think, even though I know he won the Floyd game at the buzzer. His overall floor game and just his presence, because he's always played point guard. And so, teams pressuring like Botetourt, he can take some pressure off Bourne and come out and handle the ball as well. He's also big enough to handle Arnhart on the inside, but very quick and can come out and guard him on the perimeter. So he can probably one of the only guys in the gym that can match his athleticism. Salvi with a nice job getting to the rim. We've seen that already 2 or 3 times out of the young man. Ooh. Good call there. I was scared he was going to call a bad screen. Good pass down low to Gully. Good action. I like that. You know, you move the defense from left to right and get a nice basket cut there by Sutherland, and Gully found him. Good pass, good clean pass, and good action there by Pulaski County coming out of the timeout. Good job by Coach Canoy, and good job by the kids. Not easy, not always easy to go out and do, just as the coach asked, but obviously they did there. And Sutherland at the line to try to finish the old-fashioned three-point play. Better job digging in right there. If you're not set early in the transition defense, you're not going to all of a sudden get set halfway through the defensive possession. Pulaski, you know, you got to sprint back and define who you have. Again, Botetourt subbing again. They keep up with his hockey lineup. He's going. The other Prince, number 20, Nate Prince, is in the lineup for the first time for the Cavaliers, and Arnholt's back in. Good action there. A little slip, ghost screen by really good reaction by Josh Bourne, and the steal and the quick look ahead. I like the way he caught it. Didn't try to dribble it up or anything. Just flipped it out in front of Gully. Very unselfish play. And Pulaski showing a little more aggressive. Come out in a little trap here. Let's see if they can get matched back up. Coach Canoy encouraged him on. Nice effort by Gully. Just slipped through there. Good hands by Arnholt. That's okay. Peyton's got to learn to catch that thing 2 feet and stay. It's not how quick or how fast you pump fake. It's how much you make the guy believe that you're going to shoot the ball right there. And he can shoot it. So he just needs to square those shoulders, slow it down just a half beat, and he won't drag that feet right there. Good box out by Sutherland. And that'll be Arnholt's. That'll be his second foul. That could be big as we go along here. Again, nice block out by Sutherland. So little things, you know, that's not going to show up in the box score other than the fact that foul is, and if some way they're able to take some action to Arnholt and get him another foul or two, then it would really help the Cougars' cause. Good floor spacing there by the Cougars. Nice job there by Sutherland. And again, inside battling. Just take your time, man, and go up. There you go, O'Neal.
That foul will be called as number 3, Salvi's second, team foul number 7. O'Neal to the line.
Minute 20 here. O'Neal can cut it back to 11, and he does. Nice left-handed stroke there. Chile back in the lineup for Salvi there for Botetourt. The minute 20. Very important, a couple possessions here, and I think Coach Hart kind of feels that a little bit, and he's going to grab a timeout here. 30-second timeout. Both teams are up and in. Last couple possessions, very well done by Pulaski County, getting, I think, the shot that they want. You know, with a minute and 20 to go, down 11 right here. Pulaski County really needs to be solid. You know, I know they trapped the last time or two. I think if you trap a veteran team like Lord Botetourt, you know, you gotta pick your spots. You stay in it too long, they get comfortable with it. They're going to get it in. They're going to get to the middle and get it down low. So, and the other thing you don't want to do is be solid. If you can't, you know, you don't want to be diving around. Coach Patino used to call it false hustle. You know, if you're diving or anything like that and you don't really have a chance, and that's no hustle at all. You're just taking yourself out of the play. Here we go. Pulaski stayed in that trap. Almost came away with it right there. Again, good job. Good job talking, coming back out of it. But, I mean, you just can't leave any of them open. Logan Bramlett, you got to help from somewhere. So it just stresses the defense so much when everybody on the floor can shoot. Again, same thing that I said earlier about Peyton. Just catch it. Don't get ahead of yourself. Be quick, but don't hurry. John Wooden special there. Foul on Sutherland there. We're going to put Arnold at the line. Not been a lot of foul shots. Been a pretty quick first half here. We're going to play the first half in right around 30 minutes. So, pretty clean game of basketball so far. Probably a little bit too much there. Hart probably not going to be real pleased with that pass. Johnson gets all the way to the rim. And McGinn does a nice job following it up. Cavaliers push it up the floor and turn it over. So 42-30 gives dead ball, gives the opportunity to get Gully back in the lineup. So Coach Kanoy, 15 seconds. Let's see what he's got drawn up here. Try to take advantage of this possession. Plenty of time, down to 7. Really nice job there of So before we go away for halftime here, I'm going to get a quick word with Botetourt coach Andrew Hart, and just to see what his quick thoughts here. Coach, you obviously shot the ball well, and the tempo seems to be in your favor. What likes and dislikes in the first half?
Yeah, we definitely shot the ball well, and we're getting easy shots. We're just driving the ball well, and creating some help and making pass. That shows because we're able to make those shots when they're open shots. So we've done a good job. Just not really thrilled with the way we finished that second quarter there. It just looked like we got lackadaisical, didn't rebound the ball well, and turned it over a few times. We tend to not turn the ball over too much, so we probably already hit a high in the first half and turnover. So we just want to clean that up. Put the ball in the goal in the second half, so we're good.
Thanks, Coach, for your time. Now I'll be right back with you in a couple minutes here and give you the leading scores of the first half. Back with you. This is Mark Hanks coming to you live from the Cougar Den, a halftime of the varsity contest. If you're just tuning in and you're expecting to catch the end of the JV game, the JVs are probably just about finished. They've played at the new Pulaski Middle School. Both games were changed it up and to start at 5:30. Botetourt bus was a little bit late getting here, and so we tipped this off at about 6 o'clock. So you'll be catching the second half of the varsity game. I apologize if that some of you are just tuning in expecting to catch the very end of the JV, but here we are. We ought to be used to it by now. COVID time's a great job by both school administrations being fluid, and I think both school systems wanted to get the games in, but at the same time, no need. If we're going to have a little bad weather later on, I don't know that we are, but no need to take a chance. We have the facilities, and quite honestly, there's only a set amount of people that can come to the games anyway. So if everybody that's available can get here, why not? That said, I have your scoring for the first half. First, the Cavaliers, who have 42 points on the board already, are led by Dylan Salvey off the bench. The 5'9" junior already has 12 points. Their leading scorer, Kyle Arnholt, for the season has 10 with 2 threes. Logan Bramlett has 6. Connor Tilley, their other senior that normally averages 16, well, he's a junior, but their other leading scorer, he has 8. Tanner Selkirk has 3. Tyler Mead has 3. The Cavs have made 8 threes. And so as we said in the pregame, that's their calling card, and they've not disappointed. They average almost 13 threes a game, so they're well over halfway to their mark there. For the Cougars in that first half, Peyton McDaniel leading the way with 8 points. J.J. Gully has 3. Josh Bourne 4. Caleb Underwood hit a 3. Kyle O'Neill has a 3. Lane Nestor, the 9th grader, has 5. Alex Sealander 2. That was his first 2. Good to see his act. He's really going to help as we move through the season. And Tyler Sutherland also has 2. So that'll give you the halftime score is 42-30. I'm going to try to catch Coach Shinoy when he comes out here. They should be out here in another minute or so. So I'm going to go back down to the floor and see if I can't catch him and see what maybe halftime adjustments they talked about or what likes and dislikes he saw with the first half. I already did one, but I just interviewed Andrew. It came over, okay. But it just he was. Yeah. I can't really. Yeah, I clicked it, but I'm saying like that's the feed they're looking at now. So everybody's yeah. My camera. That's all right. I think they just hear it. They don't need to see it. I don't know why I did this. I don't know. What do you think? It's happening when I try to flip my camera. Well, it did, but see, now it's flipped. But I want that thing down here so I can watch the game on it. Anyway. Talking to my trusted cameraman there again. Well, I got a second here. Coach Canoy's coming here in just a second. But we'd like to thank tonight's sponsor, Professional Door in Dublin, Travis and Gary Williams. If you'd like to be a game sponsor for the girls or the boys, we're going to carry all these games live on the PCHS YouTube channel. So if you'd like to be a sponsor, call Coach Vest here at the high school and get in touch with him, and I'm sure he'll hook you up. So Coach Kanoy, thanks for talking to us just a second. What were your thoughts about the first half and adjustments maybe for the second half?
Yeah, I thought they shot it really well. We didn't do a good enough job of getting the shots we want. We got to work a little bit harder than that in the half-court set. But we've got to do a better job defensively of getting out on some shooters and making them feel a little bit of pressure, because right now they're doing really anything they want to right now.
Yeah, they made 8 threes in the first half, and that's what we knew. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck second half. Both teams out for the second half, and if I'm not mistaken, it'll be Lord Botetourt basketball. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the varsity game, and it is the second half. It's 42-30 Lord Botetourt. Both games, school administrators wanted to get Botetourt back on the bus and back over the mountain early. So taking advantage of our brand new middle school over there and the nice gym that they have. The JVs are down there playing right now. And if I get a score on that, I'll be sure to pass that along. But Botetourt comes back out second half and with the same way they started. 2 Bramlett will be the point guard. And the wings with him will be Owen Prince, number 12, and Connor Tilley, number 15. And the 4-man looks to be Tanner Selkirk, number 11. 4, Kyle Arnholt, will be the 5th starter. Pulaski again opens up in a man-to-man. Like Botetourt trying to run a little high-low action there. Pretty well defended by Pulaski. One adjustment real quick that you can see been made is the second half. Coach Kanoy started Sutherland inside. Maybe just let maybe Arnholt feel him a little bit down there. He's kind of had his way, pretty much gone where he wanted. Sutherland gives Pulaski County a little more beef down low. And here's the definite breakdown and wide open 3. Their 9th 3 of the night. As Coach talked about, still an early season. You know, you wouldn't be thinking about that normally mid-January. You would be thinking you're trying to be hitting your peak right now, but it's still kind of early. Pulaski took a little long. That dribble handoff to Tilley. That really stresses the defense. Do you jump out and hedge it? Do you trap it? Obviously, the kid can shoot it. Of course, all of them can shoot it. So on that handoff, it's really, in essence, an illegal screen. But utilized by there, Pulaski was going to utilize it as well. Prince did a nice job taking it away. No need to rush. You know, there's no 10-point plays in basketball. You're just going to have to chip away at this thing and run your stuff. So Pulaski right in, Payton did a nice job turning the ball screen down. Didn't go in, and off to the races, Botetourt goes again. Nice finish here, but Selkirk using the left hand. Botetourt is an athletic bunch. Run the floor extremely well. And they know what they want as a team. Very unselfish to make the extra pass. Another quick timeout by Kanoy. That was a good clear out there. And a good 2 by Kyle O'Neill. And that he's going to go ahead and take a full timeout there. I thank tonight's game sponsors, Professional Door of Dublin, Travis and Gary Williams. Again, the girls will be playing home tomorrow. JV tips at 12 o'clock here in the Cougar Den. It'll be our varsity girls' first game. I know they're super excited. They should be. Have several returning players. from the last couple years when they've been extremely successful. Under the Coach Brad Suffin, they last couple years they made it to the last year they made it to the region. 2 years ago they made it to the state tournament. Brad went back home. The Nares can't ever fault a man for thinking about family first. And Cougars have a new coach, Scott Ratcliffe, but he's not new to many of you out there. Scott, born and bred in Pulaski County, and has worked with most of these girls, if not all of them, since the time they could dribble. He is most well known in circles as being the coach of the Pulaski Wolves, ultra successful AAU program for girls. And like I said, most of these girls have played with him since they could dribble, and they travel here and yonder. So Scott's put in the time, and sure, he's glad, and a lot of people are glad that he's getting this opportunity, and he's looking to do the most with it. So they'll be taking on the Bobcats tomorrow. Varsity game should start about 1:30. The boys will take on Radford at Radford, and JV I think starts at 2, maybe 2:30, and varsity immediately following that. Husky County probably got away with one there. We had 3 free Botetourt Cavaliers going to the rim without a box out. Good handoff there, and Kyle O'Neill, if he gets those shoulders square, that's as pretty left-handed stroke as you're going to find. That's twice he's run unchecked. Best player on the floor, somebody's got to find him. Whether a lot of times coming in from the perimeter like it's really hard to check somebody out. So a lot of times that's a guard has to squeeze in, and you don't often think about double teaming on a block out, but you have to think about it, especially if a team is physically maybe a little more athletic or bigger than you are, which Botetourt is. And here they come again, running the lane. Selkirk, nice dish to Prince. Didn't finish, but Selkirk back up on the rim. And he'll shoot 2. Fouls on Sutherland.
Team foul number 1 in the second half.
The Coach Kanoy stressing to the subs getting ready to come to the game how important it is to, defensive rebound. There's no need to play all the way through the shot and then not finish the possession with the defensive rebound. But as I said, it takes everybody. Botetourt's going to send 3 to the offensive glass. It doesn't matter where Arnhold is. He's already proven he's going to go to the offensive glass. So we got to get a body on him, and it's not always going to be who's guarding him. He might be a guard pinching in if his guy's not going to the offensive glass. Anyway, 53-35, 4:19 remaining in the third quarter. Right there on the long shot, Pulaski's got to start thinking about floor balance, and that is if the kid shoots it, Gully shoots it right there, somebody else has got to, all 4 of the other guys can't go to the offensive glass. There need to be 2 at least in the half court to back court area, and Botetourt's releasing at least 1 person deep every time. Somebody's got to go with him, and then you got to start matching up accordingly. 5 people sprint back and stopping the initial rush. Tyler Mead back in for the Cavaliers, praising Arnholt. Makes the Cavaliers a little smaller, but it's not going to make them any less formidable. They'll be picking up full and coming after us. Also in for the Cavaliers, I missed him, number 5, Jason Crawford. Selkirk off on a one-man break again and finishes it. Got a jump stop right there. That's the second or third time. He's doing a really nice job getting in the lane, but he's got to come to a 2-foot stop. Again, can't catch him right now because they're on COVID pause, but if you want to see a clinic connect, watch the Villanova Wildcats. They're going to get a piece of that paint, and they're going to come to a 2-foot stop, and then they're going to find the next open guy. Easier said than done. You have to rep it, and you also have to be low so you keep your balance because you got to anticipate more contact when you're going in. Another timeout by Coach Kanoy with 2:44 in the third quarter, 58-35. You got to feel like at this point that the body language for Pulaski, is a lot of chins on the chest down there, and you can understand that. They're kids, by the way, and they don't like the fact that that teams coming here in their gym and have their way with them like this. But at the same time, you almost have to anticipate this. Botetourt, the way they've played since they played us the last time, have really kind of picked up the pace and played a couple of pretty good teams and pretty much did this to them. So they put so much stress on your defense, and we have some young kids out there that are still trying to kind of find their way. But you got to build a wall first and cut down on the penetration because it's not one pass and a shot for Botetourt. They're making the extra pass, and they're getting into the paint with the ball. So you got to sit down and play that drive and then go from there. Back out on the floor. Looks like pretty much the lineups we had. Sealander's in the lineup now for Pulaski. Inbounds well done there by Pulaski County. Good defense. They talked their way through the screens, and because that's a pretty tough play to defend there. And Pulaski defended it pretty well and able to turn them over. Again, if you're playing AAU, they're not denying that pass right there. And that's that's where the ninth graders got to get into him. You hear a V cut. I like to call it an L cut. But right here, as you see, there's 3 red and 1 white, so they've got numbers right off the get-go. But a better job sprinting back. Good play. Good job of Krause finding a passing lane there. That's another good coaching point. You don't always want to sprint to their men. You want to sprint to passing lanes, wherever that might be. Whoever's guarding the ball wants to get to the ball. Selkirk has come out in this third quarter and really showed some things. I've heard some nice things about him from some other coaches that have played against him. He played okay against us, but from last year, he had some nice games last year as well. So that experience, you just can't beat it. And you just never know where it's coming from Botetourt. I don't know if it's a better thing you can say about a team when you don't really have one guy. You would think, and Tilly and Arnhold are going to be who we got to shut down. But if they really don't have 1 or 2 guys that you can really isolate on. Nice job of Pulaski, kind of a page out of Botetourt's book there. Got the ball reversed, got a piece of the paint, and got a wide open 3. And there they go. Let's see if they can get a run out here. Johnson all the way to the rim. You think 40 points in the third quarter, you're not doing too bad, but Botetourt scores at such a clip that you got to be on your A game offensively. And there goes Selvey again. Hadn't heard from him yet, but had 12 in the first half, and a great left-handed finish. Good in and out there by Johnson. Struggled a little bit on his earlier time on the floor, but really nice couple of possessions there from him. Tilly for 3. Nice play by Selkirk, in and out. That's a better job squaring up there from Nestor. Good job coming off the screen. And hopefully you can hear that, but you hear Coach stressing his players to talk. And that was Bourne that you heard there, telling his teammates to talk. Such a, it gets you behind. Pretty good execution there from Botetourt to get the shot they wanted, but didn't go down. And so 65-45 headed into the fourth quarter. As we have a minute here, I'd like to thank all our people that are keeping Rodney Young's the official score. Harriet Ferris is on the clock. Gunther Slockman's the PA address, and Buddy Ferris here again tonight. If you weren't with us at the beginning of the game, had a nice ceremony. Perry Hodge that passed away in a tragic auto accident yesterday. Pulaski County Sheriff's Department, and was in charge of all our DARE officers and resource officers, and just had a heart for the kids and heart for education, and our thoughts and prayers certainly go out to those family members and those guys in uniform that he worked with. What a tough job they have day in, day out. And we certainly appreciate those guys and don't get opportunity, especially in these days and time, to tell them how much we appreciate them. It's so easy to lash out and do things on social media these days that we hate that we can't be there more for these people as they need us. But anyway, again, keep that family in your prayers. Fourth quarter action here. See what Pulaski can. They've been pretty good coming out of timeouts and out of. Let's see what they have here for us. So you wonder down 20, you got to pick your spots because like I said, we're down a player, but also you got to go ahead and work forward too. You want to see what you can do and get some stuff on film here. I'm not saying you give up the ghost, but you go ahead and work on some things. And right there, you never know. We haven't trapped them a little bit in the second quarter and turned them over, and we turned them over right there. So nice job by Pulaski County. Also gives the referees a chance to sub in another basketball, which is another one of the COVID protocols that we're forced to do here to have basketball in 2021. Gully back in the lineup for Pulaski County. Again, the high double ball screen. Bourne gets all the way to the rim, and he'll get to the line for two. I'm sure Coach Kanoy would like to see a little bit more of that. I mean, you want to shoot your share of threes, but you got to get to the rim some and force rotation. That foul's on Tanner Lovin. That's the first we've seen of Tanner tonight. 6'3" junior. Blood. Bourne has blood on his hand there. So our Pulaski County Athletic Training Department headed up by Jackie Class Snell and Adam Veet. Adam's here with us tonight. Jackie's down at the JV contest, but Adam will hook him up right quick there. But by rule, coach does have a choice of who he wants to shoot the free throw. And daggone if he didn't make that. So go 0 for 2 right there. It's not you get what you want, and you don't get to finish it. Prince all the way to the rim. That's what I'm talking about. You have to sprint back. You have to call your man out. You got to wall up on defense and just be a little tougher. It's not PE class. Nice job there, Pulaski. Good handoff by Underwood. When Daniel gets those shoulder squares, it's pretty legit. Almost a tip there by Pulaski. Better time, better job coming out of it right there. But you still see, you have one pass, maybe two to get matched up. It took us three and still had no matchup. Meade able to knock down the corner three. I'll tell you can obviously it's easy to be up off the bench when you're up 22 in the fourth, but you can see there 22 Bryce Harrison made a play there and broke the defense down, and the bench for Botetourt was very much into it and pulling for the teammate. Love to see that. Like I said, it's easier to do when you're 20 up than when you're 20 down, but at the same time, they've shown that unselfish nature all out. You can't run this offense with selfishness. It just takes one person for that ball to stick. He worked, he tried, he thought about the right thing, but he picked up his dribble one too early. And
back in for the Cougars, number 4, Johnson.
nice play there by O'Neal. Bryce County did a nice job getting back and walling up and forcing Botetourt into an errant pass. Oh, we would like to have a little NBA right there. Continuation, but good play by O'Neal. Got square in the lane. Josh Bourne getting into the lane again, getting squared, getting on 2 feet. He'll go to the line and shoot two. You have another line change coming in for Botetourt. New to the lineup, it looks like it's going to be number 33, Dalen Compton. He's a 6-foot senior. Number 20, Nate Prince. We saw a little bit in the first half. Owen's twin brother. Shelby will be back in. Number 5, Jackson Crawford, sophomore, will be in. And also number 10, Ashton Bramlett. First time we've seen him tonight, I believe. So good job by both these coaches. A lot of people seeing time tonight and getting some meaningful minutes. Moving forward, win or lose, I think, and never more important in this year, 2021, than to try to keep these spirits up, these guys, because they're going through an awful lot that we never had to go through. We might have had to walk to the school both ways uphill in the snow, but we never had COVID to deal with. Promise you that. Good job there. There's that handoff, and that's what I'm saying. That's a nice job. If it's timed correctly, it's like a screen. Good job by Sutherland there on the timeout. Good job by Josh Bourne getting all the way to the rim. He'll be back to the line shooting two. This time he's got that hand taped up. Shout out to our trainer, Adam Veet, for getting him taped up, ready to go here. So he's got two here. Let's see if he can't knock them down. There we go.
Jump ball. Possession owner, stage with the Cavaliers.
Possession errors to Botetourt after the jump ball, so they'll be inbounding underneath here. Pulaski County does a pretty good job on these inbounds plays, defending them. Not always easy. You got to see everything, talk your way through the screen share. It's going to come back to number 3 to screen down in the corner, but sometimes you got a mix of players that some of these guys have played with each other and some probably have not. So anyway, good for Pulaski County. 4:30 remaining in the game. Again, these guys JV will tip it off tomorrow at 2 o'clock at Radford High School. And the girls varsity will see their first action tomorrow, finally. JV will be here tomorrow against Radford. That game will start at 12. I'll be with you then. Come on the air at 1:45 and do our pregame, and then the girls varsity will follow immediately after at 1:30. We certainly hope that happens for them because they've been brokenhearted here. Good job by the Cougars sticking with it there. We had a good ball reversal. O'Neal sticks another 3. He's been a bright spot here tonight for the Cougars. Dalen Compton will be going to the line. Good, strong attempt at a finish here. And again, you can tell he's popular with his teammates there. They're all up and wanting him to score right there. Nice to see. There it is. Good stroke there. Cardinal sin there, giving up a free throw rebound. It just comes from not stepping up the line. Again, it's one of those small things you probably hadn't had a well of a lot of time to rep. And Botetourt will make you pay. The other Prince, Nate Prince with that 3. And a quick shot, and here they go again. Ball never hardly touched the floor, and they were all the way up the floor. I'm sure that made Coach Hart happy, but Jaden Krause with a good defensive play and a little push of his own. Find O'Neal open again. Not to be that time. A little bit sloppy here late in the game. This can happen sometimes at this time. Dalen Compton stepping in there, drawing a charge on Krause, but it'll be a timeout, Pulaski. I think as much as anything, we want to regroup. 2:43 in the game, 74-53. You're down 21. No signs of a run going to happen here, but you want to finish clean. You play tomorrow. You don't have any time. Turn around, maybe a shoot around in the morning before you go over to Radford. But you know daggone well tomorrow night you're going to see this same type of man-to-man pressure, and Radford's going to have every bit the same ability to knock down the 3 as Botetourt does, with both the Cormany brothers and Knipe and Prelo and Kelly, and I'm sure there's another one I'm forgetting. So they're gonna come at you tomorrow in waves, and they're going to play every bit as hard, not harder. Mentally you got to get right now. You can't wait till tomorrow to tip. As for Botetourt, a lot of positives I'm sure Coach Hart's taken away from this, and he's preparing for that same game. I'm not sure who they play. I think they play Monday, but next Wednesday they come to Radford and play Radford. So you talk about some 3-ball shooters in that game. I think Cormany almost shot 50% from 3 last year for the season, and he was taking, I want to say he averaged making over right around 4 threes a game. So there'll be a lot of threes in the air and going in, I'm sure. Yeah, let's finish this one up first. Back into the game, Bryce Harrison, number 22. Tyler Mead will run the point, and 21 back in the game, Tanner Lovern.
Shooting foul called against the Cavaliers. That's going to go against number 10, Brendan, his second. Team foul number 5. Crouch to the line.
That was Tanner Lovern's first deuce of the night. And again, Botetourt bunch up, happy about it. Coach Kanoy obviously wasn't, because Botetourt kind of took the ball everywhere they wanted to take the ball there and got what they wanted to get. So we have a hockey line substitution for Pulaski. And again, like I said, you got to get these guys' mind. You got to get past this game. Got to go ahead and start that process right now. These kids are young. They're resilient. They'll get over it a whole lot quicker than the coach. I guarantee you that. You know, the worst thought as a coach ever is you don't ever want to feel like it matters that much more to you than it does the kids. And sometimes, you know, selfishly you feel that way. But like I said, they're kids, and they bounce back quicker than we do. Sutherland with a good rebound in there. He's done some good things inside. Good hands right there. Good pass by Underwood. Nice to see right there. Got to get some more points. Got to figure out a way to manufacture some more points at the rim for this bunch. If they're going to take the next step and be competitive with the teams in Roanoke night in, night out, they're going to have to score some points at the rim. Good hustle back there by Nate Prince to stop Gully's run there. That's only the 6th foul, so we're still not in a 1-and-1. Like I said, it's been a relatively smooth and quiet game. Pulaski's run that inbounds play a couple times. 20 and 24 there. Sutherland and Sealander need to well, that's a welcome sight right there. And I think if they can get that kid in shape, he can give them what they need. They could get a nice little inside and then move Underwood more back out to his more natural position where he, you know, he's more of a perimeter player, you know, more of a shooter. He's giving up too much height inside. It looks like Sealander's got a pretty decent stroke on him there. He finishes that three-point play.
Two.
35 seconds to go in the game. Harrison at the line to shoot 2. Tomorrow, Pulaski County home and away. Boys will be traveling to Radford across the bridge, and the girls will be here. And then Monday, it's Floyd County. The boys will be here, and the girls will be going to Floyd on Monday night. So we'll be with you on both those events, and hopefully we'll be able to get some scores for you. Tomorrow's games aren't at the same time, so that'll be kind of after the fact. They'll just be in the JV game when we're in varsity here. These kids from Botetourt, they're trying. You get that rebound and you're kicking it out to that 3 line. You got 2 people out there spotting up on the 3-point line. Good follow there by Gully. Not quite. Sealanders, will they give it to him? They're going to
count the basket for Sealander.
Count the basket. And if you'll stay with me here for about